What? Hello? Okay, how you doing? You all set? Because I'm just playing some music right now, so let me get you on the speakerphone and see how it sounds. This is Andrew, right? Okay, hold on a minute. Okay, can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, and I'm going to give you the link. Let me get some music here and silence that. I haven't figured out how to do everything in the mouse yet, so I gotta go to... I'm not multitaskable. Where's the stupid iTunes? Ah!
Yeah, I got the video up right there now.
Okay, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can still hear you.
Okay, you can hear me too. Okay, so if you go to, I'm going to post a link in Google Plus. You actually will be able to hear the stream as I've got it going right now. And just give me a second here. I got to get back to my multitasking is not my thing. Okay, so let me just share the link to the testing stage so you can find it on Google Plus. Because it's not on Google Plus. It's on 8gram. I'm going to send the same link to Facebook too, so that the Facebookers can see it. And so I'm going to hit send to Facebook. And if you go to that feed, you can probably listen to some of the music I had playing. And what did you think of it?
It sounds good, yeah.
Yeah. Well, right now, as I said, I don't know if I'm going to I'll put it on Dig 2, why not? So if people want to watch the video, because I'm making it available for people to see. Basically what we've done is we got it now so we can play the video, and we're streaming it with my iPhone. So let me take a look at the video. I haven't even looked at it yet myself.
Okay, I'm going to end this call. I'll call you on your telephone through Skype because I will be able to have my speakers play your stream, and I can use headphones to actually speak with you over the telephone, okay?
What's that now?
I'm going to call you through Skype. I need to connect a USB audio adapter for my headphones, okay?
You know, I got a better idea. Why don't you try calling me in Google Hangouts? Because Google Hangouts is open right now too, and we gotta test that part of it anyway. So give me a call on Google Hangouts.
Okay.
Actually, I'll call you. Just stand by, okay?
Okay, I'll go grab my USB adapter, okay?
Okay, you can do that too.
Okay.
Okay.
Right back.
Okay. So anyway, what we're doing is, in case you wonder what folks we're all doing, is the great magician behind the scenes, the wizard, if you will. I'm going to try to connect it to Andrew Pauline again on Google Hangouts. Oops. Okay, so hopefully he's going to connect up, and we're going to see if this works for the other connection as well. And everything should work. I might have some adjustments to do. This is kind of those things that's looks like a kind of a strange cacophony of gear, and so we're going to switch out to the external microphone, built-in input, headphones, output. Okay. Hello. Okay. I think we're still connected. We are? I think so. But he hasn't connected yet. So, yeah. Great point. Let me see if I can get Dory Mive on here as well. I don't know if she's on using a friend's computer or not. She lost her phone. Okay. So, Gory. You could actually page the entire page. Oh, hot links? Yes. Okay. C. Invitation posted. Okay, so anyway, this is the software. It's it's gonna be really weird. Oh, it's gonna be really awkward if this place doesn't get hot enough for all these lamps. Yeah, it does. So anyway, for those of you who are watching this on the link, you're probably saying, hot damn, how can I be part of that? Well, here's how. You can participate on this on Friday. This is actually a test video. So we invited you to watch and be a part of it, for us. Okay, so I sent an invitation to Andrew, and you know, you should turn the volume up louder in the headphones so you can hear it better. I don't think I need to. Hello, Andrew. We don't get sound. Are you sure? I don't hear anything. Do you? No, I don't either. All right, hold on a minute. Let's get some sounds so we can hear them. If Chris will cooperate with me. Hold on a minute. For right now, let me just turn on the microphone so we can see. So we can hear him. Okay, Andrew, can you hear me? All right. Okay, Andrew. Oh, hit save. Save. Okay, Andrew, are you there? I'll take that as a yes to a point. Present to everybody. Okay, they can hear me, right?
Yeah, I can hear you, yes.
Okay, so let me try switching back over to the live feed right into the microphone circuit. I guess you were kind of lagging for a second, so I'm going to try that right now. Let me just switch over to the external microphone and see if you can still hear me. Okay, so give me a second.
Yeah, I still hear you.
I'm not good at this stuff. Okay, can you hear me now?
Yes, yeah, I hear you.
How do I sound to you?
It's good, yeah.
Okay, now let's see if I can connect the speakers output to the system too. That should still work. It'll probably be easier to hear you. So let me set this thing to built-in output. Okay. Okay, how about now?
Yeah, I can still hear you. It's a teensy bit quiet, but I think I got my volume level down.
Excuse me?
You're good, yes. I just had the volume level for my speaker system down just a bit, that's all.
Oh, well, the reason I kept it so that at the level we did, so that it wouldn't be too loud, because of the fact is that, you know, you got to remember that people who are listening to this may or may not have any idea how loud is. And we set everything up by SMPTE standard. So, okay, let me just play some music and see what you think of it. This is the regular YouTube music channels that they have for download to listen to. I'm going to play for at least by Beethoven and see how you think of this one.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Yeah, and that's the YouTube music, so there's no issue about copyright with that one.
Okay, that's good.
And I like this other song. Actually, I found another cool one. This is kind of interesting. Listen to this one. Yeah, I know, it's got a lot of bass to it.
Yeah, it's very bassy, it's very deep. That might be hard to hear people over it if you're going to use it as background music.
Yeah, well, I can turn that down individually and not turn on the rest of the system, so. But
Do you have a high-pass filter? Can you enable a high-pass filter on individual channels?
My equipment isn't quite that fancy.
Okay.
What kind of filtration would you like me to do? Oh, you mean like
Well, you'd have to try and cut out most of the lows, but if it's possible, just adjust the levels, like the overall volume level. That'll be good enough.
Yeah. Well, I can do that, but the problem is with songs, I can do is I can run AC gain on these and try to bring them all into the same levels. I think that this thing does have an equalizer in iTunes. So let me see. iTunes, if my cursor doesn't give me headaches. Okay.
Yes, I believe there is an equalizer. I'm not sure what the keyboard shortcut is for it.
Oh, I know.
Mac.
I'm looking up here. Duplicate music, show visualizer, controls, increase volume, shuffle, repeat, eject disc, turn on Genius, deauthorize, sign out.
Genius is for your music. If you wanted to make a playlist based on the music that you listen to.
You know, what I can do is right now, the whole point of this was being able to play the music was so that people could see how it worked. And
yeah,
it seems to work pretty good. So,
things are working.
Yeah, I'm surprised that we're not getting lots of, echoes and reverb type effects of the cross connections like this, but it is working. So,
because I'm actually playing back the stream through my speaker system, and I'm speaking to you through my USB headset.
Yeah.
Okay, so did you find the equalizer yet?
No, I know I've seen it. I see visualizer, stop previous,
okay,
next chapter.
Under your menu bar there should be view and show equalizer. It could be Command Shift 2 on your keyboard if you're using the latest version of iTunes.
Command Shift 2. Hold on a minute, let me get back to the main screen so I don't get all confused here. Okay, Command Shift 2. I think I'm still kind of listed one of the places. Oh yeah, I know there was something. Wait a minute. Command Shift 2. Nothing, but that doesn't mean crap. But anyway, the point is that it works. That was the important thing. And
yes, everything sounds good. The levels are good. Yeah.
Huh?
I gotta say, the video for 8 gram is actually really nice. It looks very nice, even if it is VGA. It still looks very nice. It's clear. It's
yeah.
Nice,
That's why I like the program. It's also not that cluttered as far as control wise. Maybe it's a little simplistic for some people, but actually, I kind of like the work of it. Right now, we're sharing the stream also on YouTube right now, and I don't know if you're watching it on YouTube stream or if you're watching it on. Obviously, you are. I think.
Yeah, I'm watching the YouTube stream right now. Yes. What was I going to say? Something
simple.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, you know what they say? KISS. Keep it simple, stupid.
Yeah. Okay, so we can change it to flat, hip hop, acoustic, jazz, Latin, loudness. Well, obviously.
I would set to bass reducer, if that option's there.
Bass reducer, definitely. That sounds like a good choice. I don't see bass reducer, but yes, I do. Bass reducer. It's up here. I wonder why I can't find it. Okay, first of all, I'm terrible with mice. I'm so much better with my trackball, and I don't have my trackball plugged in here because that's on my other computer. So, and my wireless optical mouse is getting a little crabby because it's complaining its battery's tired. They like that for stupid.
Oh, okay.
Come on, let's go. Just go ahead and do what I tell you to do, and I'll let you take a little nap in the holster.
Message, did you? Oh, yeah.
Okay, I got it. Bass reducer. Okay, that's going to affect for the iTunes. That's not going to affect for the communications. That's different. Okay, but I can do is I do have a 12-channel graphic equalizer. I could probably interface in between, except that's using unbalanced, and we're using XLR balanced right now. So I don't.
So you're balanced mono.
If you saw that little video I did earlier showing some of my equipment, you probably don't understand what I'm talking about. All right, let's take a look and see how.
Yes. I've seen the video. Yes.
All right, take a look at this one. See what you can now change the settings. And now I'm going to turn the volume on this.
Can you still hear me clearly with the sound playing?
Okay, I just turned it down on iTunes. So you can hear me, right?
Okay. Yes, yeah. I still hear you, yep.
And you can still hear the music in the background, too.
Yeah, it's still clear. Yeah, you're clear.
Yeah. So, and of course, let me explain the equipment to you. I don't know how much of it you can see over there. In fact, let me take a quick look at the snapshot of the channel so I can see what the picture looks like too. I'm not going to play it because...
yeah, the picture looks good on my end of it, yeah. I got to say, it's nice, yeah. Even, like I said, even for VGA, it's still clear. It's a good video signal, yeah.
Yeah. Alright, so let me take a look at the snapshot I got here. I haven't started playing it yet. You can see the iMac sitting there, and you see that there's a little switch box on top of that big box in the bottom there. That big box in the bottom there is a Shure SM68 mixer. You want to call it the Shure SM68 mixer MC, because that's got male connectors on the end instead of the FC, which has female connectors. That's why I got it so cheap. I don't know what Shure did that, but that's what they did. You see it's got two plugs going into it. The one on the top is called high-level audio output. That's going to SSM 1250 that you saw a little earlier in the other video. That is also sending out live to our radio station. I don't know if you knew this, but we have a local radio station I run as well called AM 1610 here in Winsted.
Nice.
So right now you're going on the radio too.
Oh, that's pretty cool. Okay, so it's 1610 AM.
Yeah, but it only pretty much covers just a couple of, just covers the building. It doesn't really cover much more. I plan to...
Okay, because I thought, according to SCC, you should technically be able to transmit for over a mile.
Maximum legal power output is 100 milliwatts.
Is it really?
Yep, that's all it is.
Oh. Well, that wouldn't get you very far. You might only get...
And the antenna is only allowed to be a maximum of 11 feet long.
Okay. Oh, maybe that's because I must have looked up something else.
That's so it doesn't clog up the next frequency for the next big AM transmitter out there.
Maybe it's FM. Because, each standard has its own thing. I don't know why it's that way. Excuse me. No, I might have looked up something else regarding, transmission through, let's say, FM versus AM.
AM is allowed to be 100 milliwatts. FM has to be, ready for this, 10 microwatts. Even less power.
Right now? Really?
Yep, even less power, smaller antenna for the wavelength. If you're lucky, if you even able to broadcast into your backyard. That's because the FM frequencies are so jam-packed.
Oh my god, that's just pathetic.
Tell me about it. That's why it's not surprising there's too many people who are illegally broadcasting beyond the legal power limit. I'm not, because I want to go and eventually become a fully licensed radio station.
Oh yes, once you get a license, you'll be able to
it's
transmit
$3,000.
everywhere. Oh yes.
$3,000 application fee. That's just the application fee. That's not the site survey. That's not the transmitter. That's not the training?
No, that's a whole other thing right there, yeah.
That brings a great question up, though, is compared to the U.S. compared to the Canada, because I don't know much about Canada. So maybe why don't we have a version of an Ask Us Anything in reverse? Let me just pause the music here. Okay.
It's more like ask you anything kind of thing.
Well, how about we ask each other anything? All right, how about that for an answer?
Yes, of course.
Okay, now, first of all, number one is, I know that you guys say you're about an hour and a half ahead of us.
Yes, it is 8:46 p.m. here in Newfoundland daytime.
Why did they do that? It's confusing to me. My poor brain had to wrap around in a tight squeeze to figure out what that meant.
Oh.
Well, I guess someone says can't be any worse than what happens with some of the other places, like in.
Oh yes, I mean you could have to deal with someone who's more than 6 hours ahead of you or beyond. As a matter of fact, I mean, I always watch videos from a guy from Australia, and he's 11 and a half hours ahead.
He's about 12. He's
so
about 20. He's about 12 to 25 hours ahead of us.
Videos to come in.
Yeah, he's about 12 hours ahead of us. Okay. Now, next question is in Canada, how do you guys like your parliament compared to what we like our Congress? Does your parliament seem to have more of a clear understanding what needs to be done, or do they like a Congress keeping coming up with excuses?
Well, I'm very glad to see that a person like Justin Trudeau, Liberal Prime Minister, I think he's doing the right thing, though. I mean, I know that from many of his previous, things.
I'm just gonna turn off the camera on the.
On the lines of saying that the budget will balance itself, kind of thing, but. I think he's got it all in order. I think he knows what he's doing.
I just turned the camera off because on this computer here to see if I give him more bandwidth to 8 RAM, if it's going to give any better picture. I don't know if it's going to make a difference. But
no, I don't know as much of a difference, but it is good to allocate bandwidth regardless.
Right, that's what I'm trying to do right now. Let's just see how low, since you and I are doing a vocal call anyway, let's see if I can lower the bandwidth a bit. Not that much. I guess I have to do that much. Can you hear me now?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you still sound good? Does my still sound good to you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I got it set for...
I'm eating a chocolate bar, so please excuse me, okay?
Yeah, well, let's see so how about that? It's on low right now. How's that?
It's good, yep.
Okay, so low is good. So just don't leave it on auto because then it's going to try to fire hose the other connection. So now let's see, how does the 8 gram picture look over there on the outside? Because if I play it, it's going to fire.
It's good. Yes, it's still good. Yeah, it's clear. But I think that has a constant bit rate regardless, so you're not really going to have to worry about that.
Right. And what do you think about my studio you see over there with all those plugs and wires?
Let's just say it looks much cleaner than my room right now.
Well, this is the studio. This is the This is the room that is where we have all the formal multimedia. You got the green screen behind me. We would use that to do special effects and things. And then we have we have all that, but we also have more than that. The only thing is, I don't like the fact that they got the stupid computer in my face. I have to admit, I really I'm not into that stuff. But let me see if I can switch to me, so I can see me more yeah, that's exactly what I'm talking about. I'm just loading a few pages ahead of me. You can see me, you can see the top of my cans, but you can't see the rest of me. This goddamn computer takes up
Yeah, the computer's kind of in the way. You might only.
And the antenna is only allowed to be a maximum of 11 feet long. Yep, that's true. Feet long. Okay. Anyway, so the point is it does work, and maybe I can try to sneak out from behind the monitor. Can you see me? Probably can't.
Yeah, I see. Yeah.
Okay. My problem is I got all these cords in the back here. I gotta be careful not to yank it out of the wall.
Yeah,
Hoy
the
le
video,
camelina
I just noticed the video
Salinitos. I
got
pull
a
your
little
black.
hiccupy there.
Hey, speaking of pulling your plug, why don't you move the 8-gram camera so you can see more of you? Okay. Okay, that's be better. So let's just try that. Be careful though. I mean, I only have so much wire.
Now remember 20 seconds, so you'll have to wait about 10 or 20 seconds before I can actually see any changes, okay?
Well, okay. Well, let me go ahead and make sure I don't knock myself over the wires here. So maybe... Ah!
Oh, be careful now.
Yeah. Too many cords around here. All right.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I can relate to that.
Okay. So, anyway, it's still recording, and is it charging? It's charging.
Okay, yeah, that's a good spot for your phone now. Even if you just moved it a couple inches, you see. Oh my goodness, you dropped your camera there, or your mic there. That time to say.
Well, I got a tripod. That's the studio tripod, so I have it mounted on a tripod, so I can. No, nothing fragile. Just the microphone.
Okay. You okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. It's just that everything
good
else
to know.
around here is getting all tangled up here. Okay, well, at least I'm all set now. Let's see. Let me sit down here and take a sneak peek. You can still hear me and stuff, right? Be sure SM57 microphones are tough Americans, that's for sure. How many times has the original owner of this microphone dropped the microphone on a gig? This is a very high quality microphone made by Shure. And
yes, Shure makes probably the best audio equipment you can imagine. Maybe Pioneer or Yamaha, because no, Shure is probably the best.
For professional audio gear, yeah, I don't think
Pioneer, but that's personal preference.
But it's not the only microphone I use. I also use a Pile, which I got out of I bought cheap. When you buy something from Pile cheap, you get crap. I can see myself there in the picture, still staring at the doggone screen here. I'm gonna show you my other microphone I have too, that I don't have using right. I'm not using it this minute, but I've got another one that's just like one, almost like this one. Hold on. Okay.
Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
I'm actually using a Plantronics
This is the
rig.
Pile.
It is a gaming headset. So how does it sound to you?
What's that?
I'm using a Plantronics USB headset. So
It
how does
sounds
it
fine.
sound to you on your end?
It sounds fine. And I'm using a realistic Imperial Nova 40 headphones from the 1970s.
Right on. Yes. Oh, realistic are great stuff.
Back then
Actually,
they
they
did.
have several names.
Now everything that they made now at the end was crap. But these are the original Nova 40s. Let me explain these to you. I have to take them off this wiki though. These have on them no line controls. These are very simple. They have the padded ear cups to go over the ear. They had the only thing wrong with it was there's a little bit of damage from the cracked insulation here on the plug-in. They still sound great. I got it plugged into all my studio gear using the necessary
I assume it has
plug
a phono
adapters
connector
and things like that. So that's good that way. Over here I have in my hand is a Pile PD Mic 1. You can get these for like 10 friggin' bucks, U.S. But this one has been seriously remodified by me in the sense the only thing shell, which is plastic. It's got and the XLR plate. The rest of it is completely been redone. It's got a brand new cartridge in it, and it sounds pretty good. Right now I don't have it hooked up, but I do, where I don't want to bring a $99 to $100 microphone out there and get it damaged. So
You do field recordings?
Hmm?
You do field recordings?
I do field recordings to my vlogs. I use either the same setup I'm using now, or I just use the built-in microphone on my iPhone. Or I can use the same iRig Pre device that connects my XLR microphones into my iPhone 4S, 3GS. I gave my 3GS away, so I just got the 4S right now. But yeah, I can set up now so I can do a variety of recordings and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool that way.
How does the audio? Does it just use the headphone jack, or is it a dock 30-pin connector?
No, it plugs into the headphone port. It provides both phantom power for condenser microphones if necessary. It runs on a 9-volt battery. It produces 48 volts DC for phantom power microphones. And that can be switched on or off. And it also provides a proper preamp for standard dynamic microphones. And it's connected to our stereo mixer through an XLR output microphone level. So that goes right into the pre, and then that goes into the iPhone. And then 8-gram CSS, an external microphone. And it works.
Okay, I was
Rusty, what are you doing?
The phantom power, I was like, no way. How do you get phantom power through an iPhone headphone connector? But yeah, of course, the 9-volt battery is going to give it phantom power, yeah.
How do you get 48 volt phantom power out of a 9-volt battery? Easy.
Well, it's a transistor, I think.
Yeah, basically it's a little miniature little DC to DC converter circuit.
Yes, the DC to DC.
Oh, hold on a minute, I gotta see what my cat's up to here. Rusty, what are you doing? Come on. Alright, fine, I'll feed you. Just give me, I gotta use the bathroom anyway, so I use the bathroom, I'll feed the cat at the same time. Since it's in the same area.
Well, there's Fame and far left there. I just noticed him there that time. Michelle.
Okay, I'm back. I have to put my headphones on here, you know, so let's give me a minute here. Okay, see you there, right? Andrew?
Hello.
Hi, okay, you're back there. I didn't want you to think I abandoned you. I just happened to be, had to use the bathroom and feed the cat.
Oh, okay.
That's what I was trying that's what I was trying to tell you. Anyway, obviously this is working, and I really wonder if anybody in my audience really appreciates all the work that goes into these video technology and how it all works, or how many of them really care.
Well, I know not very many people care per se, but they can see just how much really goes into it, and you know, this a lot of very popular YouTubers go this far and even further to basically have
no, it's true. I don't do videos
with
with cats and skateboards.
Answer their questions.
I don't do videos like cats and skateboards that much, or shock videos, or too much conspiracy. Although I do talk about some things, I tend to try to keep on a more of a friendly type of environment and atmosphere. To first of all, let people know that number one, I am legally blind. Yes, that doesn't mean I'm stupid. It means just that I might need a little bit of help to see some of the stuff that I do. And look at all the stuff I do. I don't even have a staff. I only do all the stuff.
You've got lots of great videos. You've got lots of great videos.
Yeah, I know. I think the latest on the Section 8s were pretty popular. And the ones on my Your Listing page are even more popular than on my YouTube page. Which surprised me, because it's still obvious that people still like listening to a broadcast as well as having the option of watching the broadcast. So I'm trying to see if I can try to get more stuff out there. Yeah, but you know what? I got to talk about myself for a second. I
wonder if it's possible to do just audio over YouTube instead of video.
No, it's possible. It's possible. Yep. Michelle has her own YourListing.com page. That's like an audio YouTube, just for audio.
What's it called? Your Listen?
Your Listen. YourListen.com. And like YouTube, it's free, but it's not run by Google. Audio streams on Your Listen. It's www.yourlisten.com/BICHELA. Then there you'll find my audios I've done. With some of them are simulcast with YouTube videos. As far as can you do an audio only on YouTube? The answer is yes. But you have to have a static image at least.
You'd have to have an image of some type on YouTube, but yeah.
But I like about
I know that people that just listen to people talk, because most people will do other things, but really,
that's just it. They can listen to you. You can listen to you while you're cooking dinner. They're cooking dinner, or they're giving the baby a bath, or maybe they're have the Your Listen stream on in the background while they're talking to their family friends in the family room. It's a little bit less obtrusive than having a television on or having a computer on and trying to watch something in the corner, and then you got both your senses clogged up trying to be a part of the video stream. And let's be honest, some of the stuff that is videos really can easily comfortable fit into radio, and they don't need to be using the video bandwidth for some things. For example, when I was talking about the Section 8 in the housing, that was easily made into a radio broadcast. It didn't even take much work at all, because it was perfectly candidate for radio. Whereas if I was trying to do an unboxing or, trying to show how something was made, then I would definitely be more of a video type specific thing. But did you know, this is a true fact, that there was, for a while, experimented with, back in the 40s, cooking radio shows?
Oh yeah, no, that's not, no. I don't think that's such a good idea, because you got to have visual stuff in order to understand.
That's what I was thinking. There were some producers that did try to do just that, but to be honest with you I agree with you. It's like, could you imagine the equivalent of, say, Bobby Flay trying to tell you and describing to what his fried bass looks like as it cooks and as it sears in a nice hot, in the pan, it's, in the oil, just enough oil there for searing. I think that would drive me crazy trying to listen to that. That might get me very hungry.
Oh yeah, that would get me hungry for sure. Yeah, technically, a cooking show on radio is feasible at best, but I need to have visuals. I mean, you can say how to cut up the tomato or how to prepare the beef.
Right,
really,
exactly.
If you see it, you know exactly what's happening.
Right, I don't think that's why the radio cooking show idea didn't really work. Go on and try to find too many radio shows cooking, you won't. I think it was kind of like the Edsel radio.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It sounds like a little bit ahead of its time, or even like a Tucker. Like, cooking radio show? Hey, couldn't you wait till we get TV pictures?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I could just visualize Julia Childs Red Chef trying to do a Cookie Rita show. Oh my God. But anyway, no, I'm very happy to see that this is working. It's so the microphone I love doing it. Sorry. I keep pressing the stupid button on
the
there.
sound is good. Yeah.
The sound is great.
I'm actually still listening to it through my speaker system, so all in all, it sounds good and looks good. Yes, overall good. Yeah.
So let me pick it up and put that on the charger like I promised it. Charge it. Okay, so let my mouse charge. Yeah, it sounds great. I am actually very happy with it. All right, so now I want to ask you another thing here about Canada.
Okay.
Now, I have a friend that's an American citizen. She lives in Canada part-time and lives in the U.S. in the other part-time. How are the prices for housing in Canada? I know that there's a lot of Canada. I know it's big. It's bigger than the U.S. in some ways. Where most of...
Yes, so you have to realize, province by province, the price is going to vary hugely. So, out here in my area, the pricing can range anywhere between, I'd say, about 90,000 to maybe even 165,000.
And that's Canadian dollars, obviously. That's not American dollars. Okay, what about renting, though? I mean, for the most part,
the lowest rent I've seen was $680.
$680 a month, and that assumes with no utilities included, right?
Some utilities, but no, I don't think there are many or any utilities included.
All right, so in other words, you still got to pay for your own gas or oil and your own electric.
Yes.
Yeah, it's the same way here. My rent now, since I gave up in Section 8, I'm going back to the regular full rent. It's $700. It includes heat and hot water, and water and sewer and garbage removal, but it does not cover electric. I got to pay for that. And of course, my 3 phone lines. And I gave up the internet. I mean, not the internet. I gave up the satellite dish I had because it was just not worth the money. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't really watch television that much anyway, so I wouldn't need something like that, eh?
I mean, I used to watch a lot of TV, and then I'd sit there in front of the TV with a bag of chips and basically eat myself out of house and home, and then wonder why I got so fat. But, you know, I have to be honest. So some of the TV shows on TV really suck anyway. I really don't understand the love of some of these cop shows. I mean, there's just so many...
Yeah, I mean, the genres have just... They're just too blended, I find now. Like, if you watch, let's say a gardening show, and then you watch another one.
My biggest problem is all the reality shows.
A lot of it's just the same thing. I don't like a lot of the programming on TV these days. I mean, it's a surprise that I even watch anything on Netflix. I mean, you know.
Yeah. Well, you know, I watch a lot of things on Netflix, but, alright, I'm gonna just go back to the other window here. Yeah, I watched a lot of things on Netflix, but after a while, I watched the first season of Total Drama Island, the second season of Total Drama Island, third season of Total Drama Island. I didn't really get into the fourth, it sounded too crazy. Then I went to the fifth, which looked okay, and then I said to myself did they ever come up with a sixth? And what does Netflix do? They remove all season 1, and then I have to watch all of season 2, which I already saw. But there was some season 1 I went to rewatch again, and I couldn't because it wasn't on Netflix anymore. And
I think it has to do with the fact that they do need to consolidate, or maybe even just remove stuff because of the fact that their storage is getting low, or people just don't have much. Or rather, the program itself has no demand for the lower.
Yeah, I think that might be it. But you know, the other thing is too, is that, and this is another thing why reason I do like radio versus video, is it takes a lot less bandwidth to do. I example the video that I did yesterday about why we left Section 8. No, it was the one I used. It took me about 500 megabytes to upload it in video. It only took me about 56 megabytes to upload it in audio, approximately. So,
Of course, your video is going to use the most bandwidth, but
right.
actually, as a matter of fact, your audio can even use a lot of bandwidth too. But, you know, you have to put into account what format you're using with the audio.
Right.
So if, let's say you did an audio stream and it was 650 megabytes, you know, an audio CD,
right.
You know, you might only use up half of that much with your video because the video is compressed and, of course, the audio is compressed.
Right. And what I normally do is when I upload my audio tracks to both yourlisting.com or to YouTube, the audio part of it is mono. And it's uploaded at about 16 bits audio. So at 22 kilobits per second.
Oh, no, 22.050.
In other words, it's half of the 44.1. Somebody just take the audio track, I split it into two, and then I only just upload it in like half the rate. And then the same, because I only do mono anyway. Because most of the stuff I do is speech, so it's really not going to matter if it's like, you know, super high quality sound. Because it's not really needing to be that way.
No,
so
as a matter of fact,
what I do is when So when I do upload MP3,
an audio format like HVXC, which is called Harmonic Vector Excitation Codec. It's this really, really exotic codec, but it can get 4 bits per second at 8,000 hertz.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but of course, the only problem is, of course, reality.
I can get a lot of audio out of that, out of a 4 gig storage card.
Right, but the only problem is if it's too esoteric, then that, of course, it means that for me is that that's going to make it really harder for the site that I'm uploading it to, or the individuals I'm uploading it to decode it. So I just basically, for example, for MP3, I upload it usually as a constant bit rate at 64 instead of 128 because which I think is 120 megabits per second versus 64 kilobits per second versus wave. That's what I was talking about with the 22050 kilohertz because
PCM is I believe PCM at 44.1 kilohertz.
Right.
Stereo is
that's standard, right?
1,411.2 kilobit per second.
Right, but the voice in my case is, like I said, is I strip the schmutz down because of one reason, and that is that most of the time it really doesn't matter to go through and send up super fun, high fun, stereophonic quality, considering the fact is it's just me speaking and there's not really any music playing because most of the RIAA and MPAA policies anyway. So it really didn't make any sense to try to fire hose it to high bit rate down. Even when I was doing Shoutcast, we were doing music at one time. We were doing the same thing.
I would basically. You say?
Excuse me? I said I used to be on Shoutcast.
Okay, you were on Shoutcast.
Yeah. And even there...
You're not on there anymore.
No, because they changed the Fraunhofer license, saying I had to buy an MP3 license from Fraunhofer, even if I was using another MP3 transcoder from Blood Inc. or Lame. And I just, and they kept demanding that I buy a license key. And I said, nah, that's not worth it.
Yeah, it's too much hassle. I wouldn't bother.
Never mind the fact is that they actually started to give a longer list of requirements, saying things such as, number one, you can only upload music a certain type unless you pay sound exchange, license fee per song, yada, 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 yada. It was like, first of all, I am not a commercial radio station. I don't make any money doing this, so that's not going to work. Number two, I ain't going to know. I mean, I do, but honestly, would you really want to see all my audios play as an endless loop? 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days. After a while, you'll be ready to take an axe to your stereo.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah.
It's true.
So what is your favorite compressed audio format?
I don't really have a favorite. I just use whatever is available to me. The most standardized one that I use is MP3. I do have some Ogg Vorbis stuff, but I don't really. The thing about Ogg Vorbis, my experience is that if there's some reason something goes wrong with the file, and then it's going to turn your music into a hash, something big time. I've lost a lot of music because of a couple of file errors, where a file got corrupted and all of a sudden had a pile of hash, and I couldn't even play it. So, MP3 is usually a little more forgiving in that area.
Yeah, MP3 is very resilient, especially when you enable the CRC bit.
Yeah.
The CRC bit can be a godsend in cases where your media or even the stream, the actual data stream, just suddenly becomes congested.
Yeah, and also depending on if you're using a variable bit rate or a constant bit rate. In some cases, unless it's really, really going from like, I don't know, come up with an example, 192 kilobits per second all the way down to say 16 kilobits per second. If you're using a variable bit rate, it will try to compensate.
Yes, and actually, variable bit rate will sometimes choose the lower bit rates, but if there are more complex parts in audio, it will use higher bit rates as a way to make up for for those sudden changes, and it keeps the quality while still trying to minimize the actual file size.
Yeah, but don't forget, since I also broadcast on AM radio anyway, it really, look what I'm dealing with. 100 cycles to 10,000 cycles? It's not exactly a very large window of frequencies.
No, that's not, no.
So, a lot of the, I noticed obviously that, like the toccata and fugue in D major, if I want to make it play on my radio and not sound like garbage, I have to do what you suggested, turn the bass off. My SS Trans 3000 transmitter will
destroy everything else.
We'll try to crush that in there and it'll sound like garbage.
Yeah.
But it doesn't help anyone to get hearing loss too. So you got, you get like 2 layers of issues.
Sure.
And
yes, Shure makes probably the best audio equipment you can imagine. Made Pioneer or Yamaha, because for some reason I hear myself again talking about
professional audio gear,
something like that.
I keep forgetting. I keep putting my hand on the stupid speech button playing the video, and I was wondering okay, not trying to get stupid. Okay. Let me just put this keyboard in stupid. Okay. So anyway, what I'm trying to say is that I got this. I have this hearing loss issue, and so one of my biggest problem is that as I'm trying to, some music I'm listening onto the computer sounds terrible because of my hearing loss. And these Nova 40 headphones may not be the best for hearing for deaf, but they're not the worst either. Because
you do have to kind of try to accommodate for your hearing loss in order to understand what limitations you have with the AM broadcasting,
Well, on AM, I sound great. I mean, it's just that, like I said, it's like, I think, like you're hearing, you can see I got the headphones on now, and you can see that I can hear you just fine. So, that's because I got the same sound channel coming into both ears. So, my brain is actually able to interpolate between the two channels and actually put the words together. Using a technical means, you know what I mean, or it tries to take the soundtrack and tries to figure out what it's really hearing. But I can hear myself in the background over there.
Okay.
So there is a slight echo of me, but it's not that much. It's pretty distant. Or maybe it's through your headphones and your earpiece, and it's just has to be coming over my microphone. Or over your microphone back to me.
Yeah, it's probably the speaker system.
Yeah.
Because I do have the...
well, it's not. It's nothing on my side, because if it was on my side, I would be definitely hearing a lot louder than this. It's really very soft. It's almost like the sound is coming out of your earpiece. It's going to your microphone, your boom microphone on your headset, and then I'm hearing it as a very soft whisper. So it's not like if it was me, I'd be like hearing myself almost sounding almost as loud as like a delayed but loud. It's not that way.
Yeah, I've got my I've got your video stream playing through my computer speaker
There's
system.
another possibility.
And the chat, I'm speaking with you, and you're speaking in my ear through my headset.
Yeah, it's confusing, isn't it? But I want to, you know what? I'm always hoping Friday people are going to call, because I really want to try to get the phone conversations going too. Because I want to see how that works out with the phone conversations. Dory is not here. She's up in Boston, Massachusetts, and
yeah, I noticed that you did add her, but I guess she didn't respond or something.
I paged her, and because she told me she lost her phone, so I thought maybe she's going to be using somebody else's computer, and she wasn't.
What kind of phone does she have? Like, does she know where it could possibly be?
She said Walmart. It's an Alcatel One Touch. It's an inexpensive, what you would call a burner smartphone from T-Mobile. That she liked it a lot better than the one she had.
It's like one of those cheap.
Oh, it's under $100, trust me. But it's a nice phone. I liked it. That's why I bought it. And then she wanted it because she had a Samsung, but she hated with Boost, which is the CDMA provider in the United States here. And she just kind of went, I hate this phone. It's a piece of garbage. She said this to me. Every time I try to do the most obvious things with it, it's like, it's ugly, it's nasty. Then she got an LG one that was only a little bit better than the Samsung one. And I said, well, you know what, Dory? And I said, here, use my phone for a while, which was the Alcatel One in Touch. And she said, I like this phone. I buy it from you. I said, okay, fine. It's $50. So I sold it for $50. Okay. Boston.
Oh, that's not very good.
And she lasted $49 airtime too, and her phone chips, her SIM card, which was already expired, but she was going to refill it, and I guess she mislaid her phone somewhere. And I was like,
because if she's logged in on the phone through Google, it's possible for her to locate it if she signs into Google.
Yes,
on
I know.
Computer.
But there's only one caveat.
So that she can.
The phone has to be on for it to work.
Oh, the phone isn't even turned on.
She lost it 3 days ago, so unfortunately the battery's probably dead as a doorknob. So.
Oh, that's too bad. Oh.
Yeah, it's a nice phone too. It's the second one I had, and I bought another one before that, which is a real sweet one. Someone stole it from me, that's why I bought that one. And
Jesus. Oh, really?
Well, it may be cheap, but it's not crap. It was a nice phone. It really was a really nice phone for a prepaid phone. It had 512 megabytes of RAM. It had I think it had about 2 gigabytes of RAM, memory, or like gigabyte of RAM. 512 megabytes of RAM, 2 gigabytes of user storage, and this is without the SD card slot being used. And then you can have another 32 gigabytes in the SD card if you want to buy the card to put in there. I did buy one, but then when someone took my SD card reader, my SD card, but that was separate from the phone, which kind of made me hopping mad because I wanted to use it so I can transfer files back and forth. Because when I was upstairs or when I was downstairs in the yellow house, getting stuff between my Mac upstairs and the Mac downstairs was very problematic because we couldn't get the Wi-Fi working at first. And then we got the Wi-Fi working, which was great because then I can go ahead and use Apple Share and just connect the two Macs together and send stuff back and forth. But it's just...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but still, I mean, the Wi-Fi connection was pretty dodgy at best. I was only getting like one bar or an airport, so it was like, oh boy. I was connected, and I had these big honking antennas from China. I don't even know if they even had the proper VSWR in the first place for the frequencies. And so they were just kind of barely getting the signal better by a little bit. But that little bit was enough to make a difference for me to get from between my yellow house into my apartment. So,
yeah, okay.
You know, still, now of course, now we're back here at the apartment. I don't have to worry about that Wi-Fi business anymore much. Of course, the iMac, as you can see, is not actually physically plugged into the Ethernet cable. It's using the built-in airport card. Because I didn't want to go through and try to run another cable around here, because you can see I got plenty of wires. I got the phone line, I got the microphone.
Or is that just a telephone lead on the other end there, and you used an Ethernet cable? I don't know. It's just
because these Merlin phones, as you can see here, let me get my wires a little tangled up here. So. These use standard category 5 cables with standard RG45 plugs on them. So
okay, so it is Ethernet. Okay,
it is. I'm using category 5E cable.
A hub or something.
But the phones themselves are not Ethernet phones. They're just using they use all 4 pairs for power and transmit and receive and things like that. It's not Ethernet.
Okay. It's just the connect
with category 3, but forget trying to find category 3 RG45s. It's cables. It's like, why go through all the special cables when you can use over the market RG45 category 5 and 5E? So that's what I did.
And besides, category 3 is no good. I mean, even if it's telephone, I would still stick with category 5, especially if it's a digital signal. Because you want to make sure that signal is going through properly.
Some of the phone features are digital because the control signals that signal the incoming lines or when they select the line, those are digital. Okay, that's using using 3 wires for that, and then you got the talk and the transmit. And then of course that's probably 2 or 3 wires for that, and then of course you got your power that powers the phone. That might be a wire. I don't know if they all use a common return line instead of individual returns or not. I never got any specific information from Merlin about that.
I wouldn't think.
But for right now, like I said, it's working. And like I said, I really kind of, you can see me now. I'm not even looking at running the video live because I don't want to screw me up. But do I at least?
Yeah, you're good. Yeah, I can still
you can see
me.
You can see me. You can see me looking at you at the camera instead of just looking at the big CRT or big white iMac back. Right? You can see me physically.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Okay. So that's cool. So, So I'm hoping that this weekend we're going to be seeing some good things. Okay, all right. Have you had a chance to look at any of the stuff I sent you? The last 2 pieces. One was on how your spirit guide talks to you. The other one was an open invitation from Rebecca Marine in Messenger.
Yes, listen to that still small voice. Trust your intuition.
Right. That's what I sent you. Yeah. I thought it was pretty interesting, but the way me and Michelle work is, when I was her spirit guide, Michelle was so advanced that we didn't even have to really go through a lot of those simple levels. I like the fact that they said you know who's your spirit guide talking because there's this kind of like a signature, almost like you can tell who's who. And of course, Michelle and I, even back when I was a spirit guide, we were always using heavy duty conversations, both through clear audience, which is most common, and sometimes, of course, when Michelle would be dreaming, she would just like open her channels completely so that we could talk back and forth even when she was physically asleep, so that she would always be active. Right now, I'm just trying to learn that. As fact is, I am also an empath, which makes it even more interesting. Because I'm very sensitive to emotions. Yeah, Michelle's like, of course, Michelle over the years has developed kind of a shielding, which is very essential for empaths. So that's not really a big issue, right? I do you ever gonna get another audio program in Loom? Because you keep planning to, but then I don't know. Well, because what would Angela like to discuss? Because I asked some people on my channel and no one even comments. I have no idea what people want anymore. I lost track because no one contacted me and said, "Oh, you'd like to discuss this topic," and they never asked me. So I have no idea. I don't have any idea on my channel either. This is like the same problem, you know. Yeah, like all these technology and all this equipment, and I still don't know what people want to talk about because people don't tell me nothing.
No, I mean, I think they just want to hear whatever that comes to your mind. But,
well,
you know, of course, as with anything, you know, you get the writer's block, and what can you do, you know?
You know, blogger's block. Yeah, that's true. It's really hard because, you know, sometimes, I mean, when I look at some of the stuff, and like when you look at the YouTube statistics, let me point one thing out just in case you use Egram, you're going to find this out yourself. Please understand that the viewer statistic for YouTube only affects videos that are being played by people who are logged into YouTube. If the videos that you did are being played by outside sources, Skype or Tumblr, it's not going to add up to your views, okay? That's the first thing.
I always thought they technically would, because even if it's not being played directly from YouTube, it would be acting as a count outside of it, because the YouTube server is still picking up that video is being played back.
It doesn't seem to be working that way for me and Michelle, because we have been checking that out. And but then again, you know, maybe you could be right, maybe we could be right. Maybe we're both right. I just know is that we have been trying to, for the past 5 years, have worked very hard to get people to watch more of our videos, and absolutely positively have no clue what it's going to take to get them to, you know, stay attached to our channel. We want people to stay and watch the channel, but we don't want them to feel like they're getting the same old hash like they're getting from Discovery Channel or Arts and Entertainment or History Channel or Science Channel. In other words, we want them to have an experience that they can come home with and want to stay and watch since it's free, but we want them to feel like they're learning something too.
Yes.
And still,
yeah, I know what you're saying.
And still, we want to be able to have fun too, obviously. So, you know, like this here is kind of a fun video. It's kind of technically is a test video, but as you can see, I think maybe the audience seems to like these videos better because I have seen, and so let me, as we've seen that the viewership is higher on these spontaneous videos like this than they are on some of the other videos. And the next thing you know,
I think it has to do with the fact that it's more impromptu. It's much more, yeah, it is spontaneous. You're not really coming up with anything specifically right now.
Right. And
so it technically is broadening the available, or the target audience, because you're not exclusively setting a specific topic.
Right. You know, what we could do is we could go ahead and give the phone number and let people start calling in. Yeah, well, we're going to be doing that on
actually,
Saturday. We're doing that Friday. You're not
number. I have the number here. Can I let people know what it is?
Yeah, okay. Let's make it easy. Guys, if you really want to join the conversation, the phone number here is 860-480, oh, sorry, the same mistake, sorry, 860-738-8463 is the studio line. Again, that's 860-738-8463 for the North American Snow Queen Palace studio line. So you can give it a call, but 860-738-8463. Please understand, if you are calling and the line is busy, please try again, because we only have one line right now available for incoming calls for this station. If you guys really get busy and the phones are ringing off the wall, maybe we'll free up one of the other two lines too. Right now we want to leave one of the other two lines for our own personal use. So you want to go ahead and call in. The number is 860-738-3. Call now whether 8's allowed. It's open right now, guys. 860-738-8463. It is currently 8:06 p.m. our time. And it means here in the United States. For those of you who are on the standard calling rates from 7 to 11, you guys are going to get like 40% off your long distance calls. If you are, of course, using Skype or whatever, or if you are on a flat rate plan such as from AT&T here in the United States, it doesn't matter. If you got unlimited in-state calling to the United States, go ahead, give us a call. Call, make our day. 860-738-8463. Again, that's 860-738-8463. Lines are open now. Operator standing by. There's only one operator. That's us. That's us. We just ask you, no smut. No smut. You're also live on AM radio as well. AM radio, AM 1610 here in Winston. Which right now, as far as I know, the only people listening to it are, I don't know, homeless? The homeless. Yeah, maybe the homeless in Winston. Right now the antenna's not really up really, so it's just basically it's a piece of wire. It's right now sitting on the floor. I gotta fix that eventually. So I hope people call. I did get her last time, and the only person called last time was Sherry. She was actually a friend of mine. She wanted to call me to let me know that she had gotten some for a friend of mine, and she had called me on my private line, and I said to her, "You want to be on the radio?" And she said, I'm on the internet right now. I said, no. I said, not yet. I said, would you like to be? She said, sure. So that's why I said in that, Halloween special, we had her on, in the end. It was really, I think, a pretty good, presentation. But, yeah, let your friends know that number 2. I'm sure that if anybody's watching video out there, I don't know what kind of friends you have or anything about their interests. But please do let them know. Again, the studio line is 860-738-8463 here in the United States. And right now, trying to do Google Hangouts with another person in Google Hangouts is really hard to do. I don't even know how I can merge more calls in without potentially having to hang up on the first call. Yeah, that's a great question.
I just shared that. Excuse me.
Go ahead.
I just hit share there on my Google Plus.
Uh-huh.
So I'm sharing that publicly and to my circle.
Okay.
That's the YouTube stream itself.
Right. And
so
of course,
that'll bring some people
I will also
there.
send this link also to Facebook, and I don't know how many people on Facebook really give a damn. You got me. I don't know. Facebook is just strange. Yeah, it's strange. It's all advertising or something like advertising. So I'm not sure really what to say. But anyway, you gotta admit though, for this technology, we have seriously come a long way from the 5 years ago.
Yes, definitely. I
remember I came on a little bit later than Michelle, but I just remember that Michelle, when she started out, we had her iPhone 3GS attached to a tripod with a piece of duct tape. And I was always afraid, so I had the doctor down fast since I didn't want to take the peel off and then my phone go crash on the floor.
Oh, jeez. Oh.
And I'll get those adapters that lets us hold the phone better. So,
Yes, yeah, for sure.
And then, of course, as we got more and more sophisticated, we started doing chroma key, and we started doing video editing with Final Cut Express and iMovie and all that stuff. And, I know some people have made donations to us. I think you're one of them, haven't you? You donated to my site, haven't you? It was another guy.
I don't think I have made a donation, actually.
Right, well, there's another guy from Canada that did that. I forgot who it was now. Yeah, it was another guy, Canadian, that did. He made a donation. But, we never really pushed the donations because it's donations. That's not the same thing as pledge breaks for, like, PBS in the United States. We're not going to stop the program midway through and say, "Hi, this is so-and-so. We want to let you know we're up to blank number of dollars. Please call this toll-free number to donate some more so we can reach your goal of whatever." Right now, we're just lucky if we can just keep the lights on.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Speaking of lights, it's getting hot in here. It is getting pretty hot. You got 600 watt studio lights on. You got a 100-watt incandescent lamp on over in the corner. You got the 9-watt LED in the kitchen. You got a 23-watt CFL on in the old studio. You got a 13-watt LED on in the bedroom.
What's with the mixed lighting? I'm just wondering, that's all.
I don't know. It's just that some lights came in at different times. Most of the time, most of the work we do, we find that the LED lights work better for my eyes, but the incandescents work just as well. So we originally intended to just basically use all incandescents or 2700 degree Kelvin or LEDs. And the problem is we had a couple of old CFLs in here from our early days of energy savings and, well, because of the mercury.
Do you have a Costco there in Winstead?
Not a Costco, but we have a Walmart in Torrington. We have there might be a Sam's Club and there's a Sam's Club. No, there's no Sam's Club, but there's a BJ Wholesale Club. Yeah, that's in Torrington.
Oh, okay, that's what it's called, Sam's Club. Yes, that's what I meant to say, because Costco is what we call it out here in Canada. But yeah,
we have Costco's
you've got like a wholesale kind of warehouse.
Right. Well, we have Costco's in the United States too, but Winstead just doesn't have Costco. There are other states that do, but we don't. We have BJ's. But
at Costco, my brother actually was in St. John's to do a course in electrical, and he ordered 48 LED bulbs at $3.50 each.
Yeah, that's what Michelle paid something like that for the last one from Slovenia, which is really nice. It's a standard round LED. It looks like a standard incandescent, but it's quite an improvement over the spiral LED CFLs. Absolutely.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Oh, yes, definitely.
Because first of all, people don't realize is that there's mercury in those CFLs that can make really, if that stuff gets out, it's a neurotoxin. And second of all, if you have lupus,
very fatal to a person. Yes, for sure.
And if you have lupus or any other kind of skin condition where it could be exacerbated by CFLs, they really will make you break out in a rash. I don't have that, but Michelle unfortunately damaged her eyes with the CFLs because of all the UV and because it had thickened up her cataracts, something fierce. But now, unfortunately,
yeah, I like LEDs a lot, but now the lights in my room here are actually CFL, but they are daylight. I absolutely love the daylight bulbs because daylight gives the best natural lighting, and also the whites are nice and white. It's nice and bright. There's no like color cast, as it were.
Well, you know, the thing was is that we found out from our own work is that the LEDs were not really 6,500 degree kelvins. We're not really giving us a lot of light. Well, so you gonna show them those big monster ones that you see in the studio? Yeah, sure. Give me a second. I'm gonna get something. I'm gonna show you something. You want to see big LED bulbs? You think you've seen big? I'll show you some big ones. Hold on a minute.
Because I do remember seeing a video, and you actually showed me seeing one of your bulbs, and wow, that's huge. Yeah,
really produce a tremendous amount of ultraviolets, and so we stopped using these because of that reason. Your standard 23 watt is big. How would you like to see what an 85 watt looks like? It's the codes we used to use in the studio lights. Look at the size of that.
Okay.
Think how big that sucker is.
My video's still updating. I need to wait now.
What's that?
Oh, yeah, I see it now. Wow, yeah, that's ginormous, yeah.
It's sort of like something you would expect to see with an Insight commercial. Big bulb! Meant for inside for natural male enhancement.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely huge, yeah. Oh
It's
my
also,
goodness, you'd probably only see that in like the lights that they use to light up places like Walmart or something, hey?
Yeah, but those are not using...
That's ginormous.
They are using metal halide for that, which is a high-intensity discharge. But, yeah, you can visualize this being used for that kind of purpose. 85 watts each bulb. And we absolutely positively hated that because it was the ultraviolet rays. The ultraviolet rays from this son of a bitch was enough to seriously burn my eyeballs even more. And...
Oh, yes, yeah.
Because this glass is so thin. Now, if I could find a jar that would fit on the top of this, I could have probably used it. But I'm going to show you the kind of bulbs that we use for here for the incandescent lights for the studio. Because we might consider going with mercury vapor, but I don't think so. These are, let's see. You got one right here. Oh, that's an empty box. That's an empty box. Yeah, it's, oh, right. I think this is got a bulb in it. Yeah, brand new one. This, I'm going to hold this up for a few seconds so your computer will see the picture. This is a Sylvania incandescent. I don't know if you can see that, how big that is.
It takes about 10 seconds for my video to update. I see you're opening the box, so...
There's a nice big incandescent lamp bulb. Lots of light, each one.
Oh my goodness, yes, yes, it's big, yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
It produces...
How many watts?
It produces, it says right on the back here how many lumens this produces. This one produces, ready for this? 5,850 lumens.
Wow.
Each.
That's bright. Oh man.
I have two of those bulbs on in this room right. I have two of those bulbs on in this room right now. Well, you're using it to light up the studio, just so we can open up our studio lens, and step it down from out to f8 instead of leaving it open at f4.5. So
it's
these
wow. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Well, what's the say you have it set to usually?
I have my camera set for 1/50th of a second, which is the slowest speed that it goes. Because remember that you have fields, and the fields are about 1/50th of a second each. So you have two fields,
yes,
which makes the full frame at 25th of a second. So, and I see a bunch of pencils. Oh, Aw. Did I break you? No, you didn't break him.
What about the ISO? Don't you use a higher ISO? Or actually, no. The higher ISO means that you need more light in order for the image to work, right?
Well, what I do is I want the depth of field. So what I do is when I'm using the PAL camera is it's a toss-up between the shutter speed and the depth of field. I don't really need the shutter speed. I'm not shooting sports. So for me, lighting is what I need. Right now, I have only a 20 amp fuse for the whole apartment. So fortunately enough, if I was to put on more of these light bulbs, each one is 300 watts apiece. So that's, if I would need to go for faster film speed, I'd have to either A, back up one stop to go to a faster rate, or I would have to bring more lights in here. And this place is hot enough. This place, it just,
okay.
When the shell's doing videos in this room, you do not even need to have the heat come on. This place gets so hot. It's enormously hot in here. Yeah, it gets pretty bad. It's amazing at all that we even get anything done, but it's true. It does get pretty warm.
What does it feel like to you in there? I mean, is it like that hot? How hot is it?
Well, let's put it this way. Right now, I say it's probably about 23 degrees.
About 75.
Yeah, no, higher than that. I'd say definitely closer to 80 degrees Fahrenheit, actually.
Okay.
So, it's...
Yeah, because in my room right now, it's actually close to 24, so...
Yeah, okay.
So I think we're both kind of in the same boat, thermally speaking.
Well, it depends what you're running. I mean, I don't know how many computers you're running.
I have a mini split turned on. A mini split. It's like a heat pump, ventilation.
Yeah.
So that's constantly cranked at 75. It's just going to constantly.
When you say mini split, is that something that's like sits in the window or something?
No, it's actually installed through the wall. It's actually attached to the wall.
Yeah, I think I've seen those things. LG makes them.
Yeah, the one that I've got, I don't know what mine is, my brand name is, but yeah, it's really good. It's supposed to help save money because of the fact that you're not using your existing wall heaters, and instead it's just circulating the air that's already inside and heating it up. And if you have a ventilation system already, you can switch that one to circulate, and you can essentially have balanced heat throughout your whole house.
Well, my landlord has gas-powered heat, so... But right now the apartment is nice and toasty hot, and so, it's going to be starting to get the heat on soon. So tomorrow, of course, is election day here in the United States, and I don't know who I'm going to vote for. For right now, for the state level elections, I don't really want any more Democrats in office. I think we've had enough of those guys. That's why I asked you earlier about how you felt.
I know how that feels, yes.
Too many tax and spenders, like I also mentioned yesterday in my video about the way the welfare system here in the United States, entitlements work here, is it's really kind of a shame that it seems like some of the programs kind of defeat each other. Like, for example, if you're on Section 8 and you get a job, they're going to take away every dollar that you made by reducing your subsidy. So then it makes it like, what's the point of even going to work in the first place? It's like you're trying to save money, save for Christmas, and you can't, because every dollar you make, you take away, in a sense, your subsidy goes down. And I don't think that's what they were trying to anticipate when they were trying to do the war on poverty back in the 70s. But that's exactly what they did, was they created a bunch of people who somebody says, what's the point of working? I'm going to lose everything. I don't know how the systems just were disabled over in Canada, but in the United States, it seems like the system is not very forward thinking. As
a matter of fact, I'm not really working myself right now, and I have I'm barely getting by with income support. I get a check from the government for $161
For
every 2 weeks, and that's just barely getting by. I'm barely making.
You saying 161 or 461?
No, $161.
Oh, okay.
That's
but you live at home with mom and
much.
dad. That counts the difference. Okay, so you're making about what I would have made on Social Security if I was still living at home with my parents. So about let's see, just trying to. $422. It's not bad if you're living with mom and dad. I mean, really, But if you're living on your own right now and pay $700 a month rent, plus an electric bill that's going to be sky high because all these lights on. Well, you don't have to leave.
Oh, yes, yeah. I know what you're saying now. Yes.
I'm sure that you asked some of your friends. How the system works for the disabled up there. They'll probably tell you the same thing I'm telling you, is the pension program is probably not going to be giving them filet mignon, unless they want to buy it on food stamps, but then they end up having to pay for it in other ways. Yeah. Do they have food stamps in Canada?
I think we might have food stamps. I don't know for sure, but
yeah.
Huh. I'm pretty sure there are special discounts and coupons that you can use to.
Right, absolutely are. There used to be paper coupons, and then went to EBT cards, and then. By the way, did you ever keep up with the situation going on with the UK with the workmen and pension agency, the WPA over there, and trying to make people to file paperwork proving that they're still disabled and still should be able to receive disability benefits, but the paperwork is so draconian that by the time people try to fill it out, even with the help of family and spouse, so many people have actually committed suicide over the paperwork, saying that they're
I don't think Pioneer, but that's
kind of different for you, I suppose. You never really heard much about that.
That is sad, though. That is really sad.
It's also doesn't help any that you got people over there. Okay, their equipment, the Workmen's and Pensions Agency is actually a combination of the Department of Labor and the Social Security program here in the United States combined into one. And what they're saying is look, if you're disabled, you fill out this form, okay, and then we'll determine if you're disabled or not. And then if you are disabled, well, great. If not, sorry, dude, you go back to work. You're fit to work. So, it's not helping them because, especially what happens if you're what happens if you're near retirement age? I mean, if you're already, I don't know what the retirement age in the UK is, but let's just say it's like here, 65, 70 years old. All of a sudden, okay, here you are, say you're 62, right? All of a sudden, they say, after you fill out the continuing claim for disability, they say, oh, I'm sorry, Miss Delaney, but we here at the WPA have determined that you are no longer legally blind, no longer partially deaf, and now you can go back to work. Have a nice day. Goodbye. How many people are going to be able to go back to work at 62? I don't know. Not me. I don't even have enough work history to even get anyone even hire me now. And I'm not even that age. I'm actually 47. I'm going to be 48 in a few months. And the thing is when they see that you have not worked ever, or at least in my case I did work some, not enough to really be of any significance really.
Like you didn't get your hours, basically.
I didn't get my experience. In other words, I got just enough just to get regular disability or regular Social Security. I got most of it because my father put me on his as an adult disabled child. So I was able to get that through my father's benefits. That's why I get, $1,232 a month. But if I was just going by on my own income, that would be $304. Now, $304 is like your $162. You try living on that and living in an apartment. And a lot of people get a lot less than me. And some of them can only get about $700. If you're renting $700 and you're only getting $700, how in the heck are you supposed to buy groceries? How are you supposed to pay for the electric? How are you supposed to?
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
It's some of the stuff is just crazy. It doesn't make any sense to me. and it's hurting the individuals that are trying to, make ends meet. And you know what, audience? Let's be honest. Anyone would love to hear you guys shout out here. I'm sure you got word like to say about this. Give us a call, okay? The lines are open. We've been waiting for your call all night long. 860-738-8463. Anyone can call. It's open to lines. Open all lines on site until we're done.
What about your other one? You have another one here, 469.
I would say.
And last two digits is 21.
What's that?
What about your other line here, 4692821? What is that? Another line that people can use? Because
2821. That's my cell phone. But, yeah, but that would connect you through the Google Hangouts, I think.
Okay.
But right now we're just dealing with the main line here, and I don't even know if that works. I think if you call that number, they'll connect you through to my other line, actually. You know what? That's
okay. Did you want me to check to see whether or not your other line is working, your telephone line?
Yeah, why don't you call on that line, or just call the main number, and I will put you in the conference call and see how it works. Okay, so don't hang up on this one. Just switch over to the other line.
Yeah, I'll excuse me. I'll start Skype here and I'll call you from here. I don't know if I can. Actually, you know what? I'll just call through the Google thing here instead.
All right.
Because I know the Google part works.
All right. So as soon as it rings, I'll answer it.
Okay.
And what we're trying to do, ladies and gentlemen, is that Andrew here is helping us to test the phone system to make sure everything's working for or ask us anything on Friday night. And when you call Friday night, guys, you will be able to ask us questions, and we have our phone set up, and we will be setting up possibly Google Hangouts too as well, but I gotta be honest, it's gonna be a really tough challenge. Go ahead, you're on the air.
Hey, what's happening?
Okay, you can hear me?
Can you hear me?
Okay, I said, can you hear me?
Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
I can hear you, but can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, it's good to see that it's working now. I'm going to end the phone call here now, and I'll just speak with you through Google Hangouts, okay?
All right, so I'll let you just go back to me over on Hangouts, and thanks for testing the phone. And you can listen to it on the conversation on the other stuff there, okay? So let me go ahead and disconnect you from the online phone or from the phone line, and then you can go ahead and go pick up on Google Hangouts and listen to us in the background on your audio listening there. So I'm ringing you off now there. Okay, so what we're doing is we're trying to test all these.
Can you still hear me?
Yes, I can. And I can hear you fine. Can you hear me fine? I can hear you. I can hear you. Yep. So,
can you still hear me, Michelle?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
Okay. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, pretty cool, huh?
Yeah, it said that the telephone was working, though.
Yeah, so
yeah,
now,
my system here must have switched the audio there from the Google Hangouts to the Google phone there.
No, actually, all I do is if you see the black microphone over here, it's close enough to the speakerphone on the phone that it actually picks up the sound from the phone speakerphone, and then I hear it through my headphones, and you can hear it through the radio or TV. And likewise, when I'm talking, it's going through the built-in phone's microphone back out to the caller. So, and plus it's going out on the internet at the same time, and the radio station at the same time.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So in other words, the phone is physically not connected to the system.
Though.
So the phone is not physically connected to the system at this point.
Okay.
Maybe someday, Michelle. Well, yeah, maybe someday. I'll leave that one alone for now. I think I got enough to worry about.
I'm pretty sure you can get a adapter that goes between the telephone and the receiver, and you can connect jack up to a mixer and be able to use that.
Yeah, they make such a thing. Of course, the problem is this phone is a office phone system, so there's a couple of issues you need to deal with. The first of which is the fact is that I know what you're talking about for adapters. First of all, I know that the standard earpiece is a standard circuit. I already know because I did some autopsy and some handsets got broken. But the microphone is a condenser microphone, and it gets power off the one of the audio line or out of the wires that go to the speaker. So there's a little bit of a vampire tap there. So yeah, I can go ahead and connect a couple of alligator clips or use a T-coil to connect the phone handset into the system. But for right now, given the way we got it, it works pretty good for most people. As you remember
because the speaker is still being picked up just fine through the microphone. Yes, yeah.
Yes, because this Shure SM57 microphone is extremely sensitive. And, I noticed, I'm not even really sitting on top of the microphone, and I'm not eating it. You can see me, I got a 3 hands width from between the microphone, and I gotta set up enough gain so that I can hear me without, transmit without basically, blasting everybody's ears out. But anyway, let's see. It is 8:36 p.m. That would be about 10 o'clock your time, I believe, right?
It is 10:06 p.m. here in Newfoundland, yes.
Okay, so what I think we'll do is, I think we're going to end this call and let you go ahead and get some sleep. And but I'll play some music for a while, because I can do that, I'll put some music on the background, and then you can listen to the music for a while, because I got to use the bathroom and stuff too. And don't forget that we will see each other on Friday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time here in the United States. And we will continue on with this open dialogue. That sounds good. And then I'm sure if you.
Okay, well, I'll end the call here on Google Hangouts, and I'll just keep the video stream going for a little while. Yeah, because I'm kind of getting tired right now, so I'll keep your video stream running just for a couple more minutes. So
and so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to put some music on here in the background so that I can get my stupid cursor. So I'll talk to you a little later on, and I'll put some music on for you. This is music from YouTube's approved library of tunes, and where's my Hangouts? Here it is. There it is. I wish Microsoft made more trackballs. They stopped making trackballs. There were the decent ones, and now I got stuck with this crappy wireless Logitech, which is it's okay, but it's not really my favorite. You know what I'm saying? So,
yeah, personally, I choose optical, man.
Well, this isn't optical. The problem is that my desk isn't flat. It's an old card table, and it goes right off the edge of the table, and then I have to, don't forget, this is my eyesight, I have to track it with my eyeballs. So, there we go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some music on here. And, cause I gotta use the bathroom and stuff anyway. So I'm gonna turn the microphone circuit off right now. And so, I don't know, maybe about another 10 minutes of music. And that way people can listen to that and not be disturbed. So I want to thank you very much for testing the system tonight. And I will see you on Friday, okay?
Okay.
See you later. Bye-bye.
Okay, take care.
Yep, bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
See you guys Friday. Don't forget to have your questions for us then. It's Friday night, 7 p.m. Eastern Time. Have some nice music while you get ready to wind down for the night. See you guys later. Bye. Don't forget, guys, I'll see you on Friday from 7 p.m. Eastern Time to whenever it ends, and we will have our phone lines open, and you will be allowed to call in and ask questions, both online, live, or what have you. For now, this is MicheleMarieDalene saying thank you very much for listening to this broadcast, and I will see you all soon. Until that time, bye-bye, everybody. Now I gotta set the microphone back to normal. Duh.